Hi everyone, welcome back to Gracie's Garden. So today I thought we would pot up a plant, kind of freshen the soil on another plant, and go do some seed gathering. And I'll show you a little bit of what's in bloom. I am in Florida Zone 9A, 9B, kind of on the border. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So the plant we're going to be potting up today is this. This is a rubera. So this takes full sun. This is in the spinach family. It has these pretty purple flowers. I'm not really planting this plant up to eat or for the spinach leaves, but more for just the vininess of it. On the front of the packet you can see, or on the tag you can see that it's just a very vining plant. It gets about 4 foot tall. Just kind of like the way it looks, so I'm going to plant it up and see how it grows. I do have a trellis I'm going to be putting in the pot. I say that as I knock the trellis over. This is one of those pots I got off of Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, that's a DoorDasher. My neighbor gets endless amounts of DoorDash delivered to them every day. Anyways, so yeah, this is one of those pots I got off of Facebook Marketplace that was free. It does have a cracked base to it, but it is okay. It's just the saucer that is cracked. I'm in the process of right now kind of wanting to use up all the potting soil that I have laying around the house. Just kind of end of the year potting soil. Some of it's been sitting a while. Even though it's in the garage, I just feel like it's just been sitting too long. So I am going to, at the end of the season, what I don't get potted up, I'm just going to dump all the soil. So the roots look pretty good on this thing. Not a lot of them, but yeah. I'm going to plant this a little bit more towards the front of it so that I can get the trellis in here. Might have to go grab a little bit more potting soil here. Anyways, I'm kind of on this mission right now to use up all the potting soil, all the seeds that I have, just to kind of start fresh next year. Alright, let me go get in our bag of potting soil. Okay, got the soil, got to put in here. And then this is the trellis I'm going to use. It's a little bit too big for this pot, but I don't have any other trellis. It is very tall, probably 4 foot tall, but I think it will be okay for this plant. It is vining all over the place. Okay, so this is it, and then I have it on this trellis here. It says very tall. It looks a little taller because the way I have it angled, but yeah, this will be fine. It says it's got a lot of these little pretty little purple flowers. I assume those will turn to seeds eventually. And it's trilling up to about here on it, so about 2 foot up. I'm going to put it on the ground, and it needs full direct sun, so we are in Florida, so it will get plenty of sun. And let me show you a plant that's in bloom while we're on this side of the garden. Right here, Mexican sunflowers. Got a lot of little buds on it. This thing is in full and total bloom right now. And they smell so sweet. My hands are a little dirty there. And this is the bleeding heart. It is in full bloom as well. this plant vines all over the place, but I really do love it. It's a little out of control, but that's probably my fault for letting it get that way. The other plant in bloom is this right now. Unfortunately, I can't remember the name of this plant. It's like a shrimp plant or something along that line, but the hummingbirds love it. They have been all over this thing. And there's some more blooms from it. The other plant in bloom is the angel trumpet, and then also this sweet little flower. Okay, so our next project is going to be this philodendron. I can't remember. Is it philodendron? No, pothos. I can't remember. But anyways, it is very, very root bound. As you can see, the roots are coming out of the bottom here, and a lot of the leaves are turning kind of brown in color. So we are going to kind of clean it up a little bit in foliage, get the dead stuff off of it, and put it in a bigger pot. And yeah, and it's on this just a piece of wood, actually, just like a plank. So I'm going to leave that in there. I wish it was on a taller one, but there's nothing I can do about that. And I don't want to take the roots off of it because they are attached. So I'm just going to clean this up and get it repotted. Okay, so I got it cleaned up and out of the pot. It's Philadelphia, no, how can I say that again? Brazil, that's what it is. Anyways, I can't speak today. Look at those roots. They are so root bound. This here is the pot I am going to put it in. So I think this would be the best pot for it. I want to take this little thing out of it and just put this in there. I think that would be the best for it. It will give it some height, let it grow up. I'm going to try to find another stake to put this on. Okay, so I got to transplant it. It's a little bit of a trip. This pot does have 2 drilled holes in there, but they were both stuck with rocks, so I was able to get the drainage cleaned up and the plant transplanted. I think it looks a lot better. I like the way this looks. And look at this one weird little leaf here. Just very long and thin. Hey, orange cat. Okay. But yeah, just that one. All the others are just kind of small and heart-shaped like this. And then just this one, very long. All right, let me show you a little bit of what's in bloom, and I'll show you some seeds hopefully we can gather. So the first seed I wanted to get was this off the Buddha belly. But this I think is still a little too green to pick. So I'm going to let it be. This plant's about ready to go dormant for the winter. There was a brown one as well, brown seed, but I think the squirrels must have got it. I don't see it down in the mess down there, but hopefully if it is, the seed did fall down on the ground, that it will sprout up some babies. I've never successfully gotten seeds off of this. The squirrels keep beating me to it. I'll show you a plant that has bloomed real quick. This is the golden cups. As you can see, it's quite a big plant. This is what it looks like inside. These are beautiful. They just bloom at this time of the year, and again they'll bloom in about January or so. Look how frilly those little edges are. The next plant is the morning glory. It is also coming to the end of the season for this. And here are the seeds. So we've got some brown, some green seeds, still not ripe yet. But I think these little brown ones should be ripe. Or they're not coming off too. Oh, this one is ready. So I don't know if you can see those, just a couple of little black seeds there. So it looks like there's about 3 in there. So, oh, this one might be ready too. I didn't plant this originally. I think the birds must have just deposited it. So, yes. And this gave sweet little pink flowers, which I always think morning glories, I think blue flowers, but I guess there's different varieties. Well, that one had a lot of seeds in it. So, got a lot of seeds there. Whoops. There goes one that will be seed itself. So, I'm going to hold on to these for next year and just kind of hold on to them. I'm going to let it self-seed itself too. It was at a fine location here. Alright, let's go to one more plant and take a look. Alright, before we get to the next seeds, see the chickens? They're not mine. My neighbor had chickens apparently. They moved out, it was a rental house, and they left behind some chickens. They're well fed here in the garden. There's just a lot for them to eat. Plus, right now they're under the bird feeder, so they're getting the stuff the birds knock down. I've been feeding and watering them, even though I don't really want chickens, but they're here. So the next seed is the castor plant. This is the leaf for it. And it gives out these sweet little yellow flowers. Sorry, the sun's getting us right now. And these are the seed pods. I had a whole mess of brown ones, but it looks like they have fallen to the ground already. So it has left these empty stalks of where the brown seeds were at, or the pods that had turned brown. So I guess I'll have a lot of little babies down below. So that is it for today's video. So please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.